Take a guess at what Nissan's top-selling car on a global scale is? Micra or Qashqai? Nope, but is their big SUV the X-Trail. As Nissan is one of the biggest car companies around, that also makes it the world's biggest selling SUVs. For the record, Nissan sold 766,000 X-Trails last year. It may not be the most luxurious or endowed with huge off-road prowess, but it promises to deliver the outward-bound dream and an affordable price. Although Nissan bill it as an SUV, it is more a large crossover, especially as some trim levels come with just two-wheel drive. It has similar appeal to that which has maintained the smaller Qashqai at the top of the UK's crossover sales chart for the last decade. That got a makeover a few months ago, and now it is the X-Trail's time for a midlife model spruce up. Higher quality, greater cabin refinement and more practicality were top of the designer's to-do list. Some clever new tech is on the way too, but we will come to that later. Like the old car it replaces, it is available with 5 or 7 seats, which is more than we said for a Range Rover or Toyota Land Cruiser. 7-seat versions, which make up 40% of the sales in Europe, will have stiff opposition from the likes of the Range Rover Sport, Mitsubishi Outlander and Hyundai Santa Fe. This third-generation X-Trail is easy to mistake for the smaller Qashqai at first glance. As it has aged, its looks have become less rugged and more sophisticated. It is not the masculine squared-off bulk of the original. On the move it is not the most exciting to drive, but it has decent road manners. On the car's European launch in outside Vienna, we got to test the car's off-road abilities on a challenging Austrian alpine track. A common argument made against SUV haters is that these vehicles never get tackle anything more challenging than a supermarket car park. But up and down steep crater-ridden and very bumpy terrain, the X-Trail copes surprisingly admirably. Okay, so it will not cross any mountain and ford any stream, but it is not a road that could have been negotiated in a normal road car. The changes included a distinctive and robust redesign of the exterior, which includes the latest V-Motion grille to give all Nissans a familiar face. The bumper has more body color and a gloss black finish on it. The rear one and the sides have additional chrome trim to brighten things up a bit. There is a new front light cluster housing either halogen units on Vizia, Ascenda and N-Connecta grades and full LEDs on Tecna, incorporated into Boomerang daytime running light signature. A new range of 17-inch, Vizia and Ascenda, and 18-inch, N-Connecta and Tecna, alloy wheels are fitted as standard, with the existing 19-inch wheels, optional on Tecna, carried over from the previous model. Size-wise it is pretty much the same, with no change to the width, 1,830 mm, or height, 1,710 mm, but it has got 50 mm longer to 4,690 mm. 6 of the 8 existing exterior colors have been carried over, with 4 vibrant new additional shades added: Monarch Orange, Palatial Ruby, Sapphire Blue and Picador Brown. Premium was the buzzword of the launch, with Nissan keen to stress how much work they had put into the cabin. The new steering wheel is a D-shape with 4-way controllers on each spoke, so more can be done without taking hands off the wheel. You can even have it heated now, if you go for the Tanka grade. Talking of heat, rear seat passengers now also get heated seats, but not for those in the third row. Go to town on the options list and you can spec a new tan and black two-tone leather interior. Only real X-Trail fans would spot the new leather knee pad on both sides of the center console, and that the air vents now feature a new gloss black surface. Annoyingly though, you can see where savings have been made. The driver's side electric windows get a one press to drop it all the way down. But this is absent on the passenger side. Similarly, there is only one 12V charging and one USB socket for the whole car in the front of the cabin. for a family car with children and their power-hungry gadgets in the back, this seems like a cut too far. Engine-wise, there are 3 power plants to choose from, including the most powerful 2.0-liter 177 picoseconds diesel engine launched earlier this year. The other 2 options are the 1.6-liter 130 picoseconds diesel and the same capacity in petrol, which puts out 163 picoseconds. Drivetrains included a 6-speed manual or a CVT automatic box, sending power to either 2 or 4 wheels. During the test, the extra grunt of the more powerful engines was noticeable, but for most everyday motoring around town the smaller engine would be adequate. The boot is larger than before. With capacity is up from 550 liters to 565 liters on the 5-seat version with all seats in place. Capacity on 7-seat of 445 liters remains unchanged. Total space with all seats folded flat increases to 1,996 liters. It is not new for the industry, but now the X-Trail gets the feature where you can make the power tailgate raise up by waggling your foot underneath, if you have both hands full. We were impressed by the new Bose audio system, which has brought a level of audio listening pleasure not seen on this level of car before. DAB is also standard for the first time, but not until October, so beware if that is a must-have. Although it goes on sale this month, Nissan's new intelligent mobility technologies, including ProPilot autonomous drive, will not be available until next year. The self-driving abilities promised included controlling the steering, acceleration and braking in a single lane on roads during heavy traffic congestion and high-speed cruising. Also new is the rear cross-traffic alert, to try and stop off-speed impacts when reversing out of a parking space. It already had intelligent emergency braking, but it has now been upgraded with pedestrian recognition using a forward-facing radar and camera. Other safety kit, which wins it a 5-star Euro NCAP rating, includes traffic sign recognition, intelligent driver alertness, intelligent park assist, intelligent around view monitor and lane departure warning. Standard equipment includes cruise control with speed limiter, Bluetooth connectivity, manual air conditioning, electric folding/heated door mirrors and alloy wheels. Depending on the grade chosen, other available features include an opening panoramic sunroof, leather upholstery, privacy glass, dual-zone automatic air conditioning and roof rails. The X-Trail has already proved its worth to millions around the world. But it will have a hard job taking sales away from the premium rivals, unless we see another banking crash. But for the adventurous family market it is aimed at, it continues to have the X factor. The Trek 1 Degree carries a premium of 3,435 pounds over the Navara Tecna, so weighs in at 35,065 pounds for the manual, and 36,765 pounds for the auto. When you consider a load cover alone could cost nearly £2,000, the addition of the roof bars, spotlights and black additions make this a pretty good upgrade of an already decent pickup truck. And if you're looking at one for business use, then the tax costs make it an attractive alternative to an SUV. There's no doubt that the UK loves a pickup truck, and one of the big players in the class is the Nissan Navara. Its double cab body, 1-ton payload and torquey diesel give it the practicality needed of a commercial vehicle, and yet it has all the luxury kit you'd expect to find in an SUV. It's no wonder that Mercedes and Renault have used the Navara as the basis for their forthcoming X-Class and Alaskan pickup trucks. But before these newcomers arrive, Nissan has launched the special edition range topper to draw in buyers, and it's called the Trek 1 Degree. Why Trek 1 Degree? Well, it's the angle of longitude of the Navarre region in Spain, which is where the Navara is named after. As the Trek 1 Degree is the peak of the range, it comes with loads of kit as standard. It's based on Tecna trim, so sat-nav, 360-degree cameras and full leather is included, but it gets another round of extras on top of that. While the recent Mitsubishi L200 Barbarian SVP boosted that truck's off-road ability, the updates to the Navara Trek 1 Degree focus on style and practicality. The Trek 1 Degree is available in black metallic or storm white, while black painted alloy wheels, black sidebars and a black roof bar with LED spotlights is added behind the cab. In addition, the Navara also gets a hinged and lockable tonneau cover for the load bed. This will limit your cargo to items that are no taller than the cover, but it does give added security by keeping valuables out of sight, while gas struts hold it open like a hatchback. Once opened, you'll find a handy load bed divider mounted inside. This can be moved back and forth, and helps prevent loose items from sliding around. Stylistically it looks a bit awkward, because the large lip on the edge of the Navara's tailgate makes it look like the tonneau is too big for the bed, with a large overhang at the back. Elsewhere, the Navara remains unchanged mechanically, so the Trek 1 Degree drives exactly the same as a standard Tecna model. That means the 2.3-liter DCI 4-cylinder diesel is punchy, while our auto-equipped model was a smooth performer that proved quite relaxing to drive. You still get a rather bouncy ride when the load bed is unladen. It's set up to carry a 1-ton payload, after all, but it's less severe than in some rivals, while road noise is kept well in check. Considering the Navara's size, it's pretty easy to maneuver, although we still feel that the driving position is a little cramped when compared to rivals. It feels like the seat is closer to the door than the center console, encroaching on elbow room to your right. It's no disaster like being pinned against the door in a Land Rover Defender, but it does make the Navara feel cramped for its overall size. The Trek 1 Degree carries a premium of 3,435 pounds over the Navara Tecna, so weighs in at 35,065 pounds for the manual, and 36,765 pounds for the auto. When you consider a load cover alone will cost nearly £2,000, the extra roof bars, spotlights and black additions make this a pretty good upgrade of an already decent pickup truck.